Hi everyone. One idea from the critique that really stood out to me was the power of wordless scenes in the film. The author says that a scene can really transcend languages and cultures when it's wordless, connecting people around the world in the same experience. I completely agree with this because emotion is universal. You don't need subtitles to understand grief, joy, curiosity when it's shown visually. Film at its core is a visual medium and sometimes silence communicates more powerfully than a dialogue ever could. In Panther Panchali, one of the most striking examples in the scene where Apu and Durga run through the fields to see the train. There's no dialogue, but the excitement and wonder on their faces tells us everything we need to know. The sound of the train itself almost becomes a character, symbolizing modernity, and possibility entering their small village life. You don't have to be Indian or even know anything about the time period to understand their amazement. That makes the moment universally powerful. Another example is later in the film when the mother silently grieves after Durga's death. She doesn't speak, but her body's language, her exhaustion, her face, and her stillness conveys a depth of sorrow that words could never match. Anyone watching, no matter their cultural background, can recognize that raw human pain. These moments show exactly what the authors mean. Wordless scenes let us feel the story rather than just hear it. The idea is not limited to older films either. A contemporary example that resonates with me is The Jaws. There's a short there's a short but memorable scene at the dinner table between Scheider's character, Brody, and his young son. The two exchange words instead the son the two don't exchange words. Instead, the son simply mimics his father's gestures, folding hands, making faces, leaning in. The father notices, and for a moment they silently communicate love and connection. It's funny, tender, and speaks volumes about parent parent child relationships. When I connect with the Panther Panchali, I see a shared understanding of how silence can say so much. Both films use wordless moments to highlight family bonds and the emotional core of the story. Whether it's Apu or Durga's joyful discovery of the train, or Brody's quiet exchange with his son, these scenes prove the human connection doesn't need translation. They remind us that some of the most moving parts of cinema come not from dialogue, but the expressions, gestures, and emotions we all recognize. Thank you for listening.